Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back. Here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry for Spencer Ware. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line.
First down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! At their own 27-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 27. To throw is Mariota. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Mariota to throw it. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Mariota. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Adam Humphries, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself,
pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Following the interception here, Mariota. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. These two teams all tied after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
He's crashed.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brissett. Funchess with a catch over the middle. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Indianapolis.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brissett. Caught left side by Funchess. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Colts 1st down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. This is Hines. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
At the 35-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Just like that. Just like that. Check. Crunch. One.
Off the play fake, Mariota rolling to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
One. 51 to Mike, boy. 51.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This will be fielded at the 17. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run with Hines. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he connects with Ebron. And he's got this down to the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Let's go now. Mark the flag. 51. And QB's traps. Let's go.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Caught left side by Hilton. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Brissett. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. First down, Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
To throw Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. Walker with a grab, left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point put through by Succop. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Brissett. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Vinatieri's kick is good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll stay with Lewis here on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. On second down, here's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And the 10-year bet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will tie us at 24 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what you're...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
First down, Colts.
Brissett now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On play action, Brissett. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Brissett. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play.
And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Titans. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over, yet they are humans out there.
And Lewis lost the football. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Brissett now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. Brissett. Left side, caught by Matthews. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Nashville, all even as we get ready to start the 4th. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Running on first down with Ware. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Spencer Ware, his first touchdown of the new season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
Let's go.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And his throw is incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
3 bucks. Well, Mike 51.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Margus Hunt. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Mariota now. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Alert 3.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go.
On play action, Mariota. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now Mariota looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lewis. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Let's get it.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. The Titans go. It's Mariota. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check the one. Check 13.
Mariota. He finds Humphries. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 38-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play, 2nd down coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mariota. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. And Davis has it over the middle. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They run again with Hines. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Hines. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Hey, pick it up, defense. Three. Check it out, read.
Mariota to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's Mariota. And that will be incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Now Mariota on 4th down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Colts, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.